Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our Dollar Store Finds podcast.
Today we're covering the anime movie Penguin Highway.
Unbelievably, this Blu-ray DVD movie that Rascal knew about before me was at a dollar store.
Yes, it
Before we
was.
get started.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell updates on future podcasts and multi-pause videos.
Yes, and be sure to share because we appreciate you so much.
Yes. So yes, I actually found out about this movie probably a year ago, and I had forgotten about it because I never saw it come up again until recently, where I saw it come up on Tubi, and we weren't able to watch it on there, so we had to find another source. So we actually watched it on Amazon, and I was like, oh gee, I really would love to own this movie. And then one day we went to a dollar store, and I ended up finding it there unexpectedly in the movie section.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie that's based off a book which is still called Penguin Highway, and it actually did pretty well in Japan when it came out, and it sort of had a cult following here with a lot of animation and anime fans in 2019.
It's by Shout Studios and 11 Arts. And Variety says if you see just one anime feature this year, but for us this year now, it ought to be Penguin Highway. So budding genius Aoyama is only in the 4th grade, but acts like he's 40, but already lives his life like a scientist.
He's Artemis Fowl.
Yes. When penguins start appearing in his sleepy suburb hundreds of miles from the sea, Aoyama vows to solve the mystery. When he discovers that the arrival of the penguins is related to a mysterious young woman from his dentist's office, who he always talks about and thinks about boobs when he sees her, they team up for an unforgettable adventure. And it was fantastic. I was so glad that you told us about this. Before we tell you more about it, this Blu-ray DVD has special features including interviews with director Hiroyasu Ishida, author Tomohiko Morimi, Ishida Past Works promo video, and Good Night promo video, which is a music video for a song that is featured in the movie.
Right.
And the movie, I don't see the running time, but
I think it was
like 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty close to 2 hours. And it didn't really feel like it. Now, when we tried to see it before on streaming, we had a lot of buffering issues, so it felt like it was way longer than it should have been, and we felt like, well, they're not really showing the Penguin Highway part of it. It felt like you were cheated. So when we saw it again to get the full experience, it was totally different. So we recommend seeing it where you don't have to constantly wait to load the movie, or else it's going to ruin the effect.
Now, it's available dub and sub. We did see the dub, and we're so glad we did, because the kid who does the voice for Aoyama is like the first one that did Lincoln on the Loud House. I could sit and listen to that kid talk all day. And Aoyama, the kid who does his voice, he's just got this voice that you want to listen to him, and no matter how ridiculous he sounds or how ridiculous he gets, being a 4th grader, you're just mesmerized by his voice and what he says and what they've scripted.
Yeah.
So he was a perfect choice for casting.
Right. And one thing really stands about the movie is that for a lot of people who loved animation, like, it's not a movie they expected to like, but it really hits something with a lot of people that love this type of animation or just want a feel-good movie. Because that's what it pretty much is. They do set up a mystery, but we don't spoil really anything for it. By the end, it still keeps it as a mystery throughout the entire film. It's not truly resolved by the end, or at least you don't think it is. I think they leave it up to the viewer to discuss what happens, but you do find out some things, and by the end, you gotta figure out what's going to happen after the events of the film.
Definitely. I love the case because on the front it shows Aoyama, and the woman that is in the movie that we're talking about, we don't want to give away a lot of spoilers, he's looking at her boobs, and it's so hilarious because he says, her boobs look like my mom's boobs, but when I see hers, I get this different feeling. I wonder why. I don't know. He needs to research it. And it's just hilarious because he's in 4th grade, and these things come out of his mouth that are hilarious.
Right.
He's innocent, but he's a scientist, and he's a genius.
Right.
So all together, it just makes for hilarious dialogue and hilarious comments.
And that's like a thing throughout the whole film where he talks about it. He knows how long he's been thinking about it. But the thing is, for here, he doesn't know that he's going through the change. Like, he's the only one so far in that. Only other kid in that class is going through that, but he doesn't realize that's why he's doing it. He's still trying to figure it out, so he doesn't realize he's going through puberty at the moment. He's just questioning, why does he feel like this when he sees it, and it's hilarious.
And it starts off with him telling you about himself, and again, you are hooked from the moment this kid opens his mouth. And he's calculated how many days, 3,888 to be exact, before he's going to be an adult, and he's going to be able to marry this woman whose moves he likes. He knows that the other girls are going to want him, but you're just going to have to deal with it because he's already decided who he's going to marry. And from the moment you hear this at the beginning and you see it, and you hear the music, and you see the beautiful animation, it really gives you Ghibli vibes.
Yes, it
really does. And you absolutely are going to love this movie.
Right.
I'm telling you, it is worth, I should say, way more than the dollar store charge.
Right.
And if you check it on Amazon, you'll see, wow, this movie really is selling for this much. How it ended up there, don't know, don't care. Just grateful we got blessed with it.
Right.
Because it's a movie absolutely positively will recommend that you're an anime lover and you love watching anime movies like we do. This one you gotta see.
Right. And one other thing I must mention is that they also talk to the author of the book, as you said, in these special features, and it's really fun how he just really is happy to see someone loved his book so much they want to turn it into a movie.
And he looks like Aoyama.
Yes.
As soon as you see him, as soon as they come on screen, you say, that's Aoyama.
Right. And then when they had mentioned about what inspired for the penguins in the movie, you see them come up a lot in the film, and these little bitty penguins here, and they pop up like anywhere and everywhere. And he said, he really loved penguins and all birds. The director loved all birds. It looked like this Arthur loved penguins specifically in this particular type. And it's based off of penguin hide, which is a real term for a predetermined pattern penguin makes. And there's a point in the movie where you just can't stop looking at the penguins. They're just so cute. And there's one point when they're just coming out of everywhere, everything starts exploding, and everything's flooded with penguins, and you can't stop watching it. It's like penguins everywhere!
And I love this movie from beginning to end. We give it 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10 rating. Phoenix,
yes.
This is a movie you must watch. You've got to see it. So if you see it at your dollar store, it's worth picking up. Pick up 2, give 1 to a friend.
Right. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, animated shows, and all things animation.
And more dollar store finds, and be sure to share. We really appreciate you and are grateful for your support.
Right. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainments.
And I'm Mom Entertainments. And if you have seen Penguin Highway already, give us a note of let us know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you recommend it to everyone else? And do you know of any other movies that this particular... Well, actually, there are other movies that Hiroyashi Ishida has made. Mm-hmm. So if you've seen any of them, let us know in the comments as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm Rascal Entertainments.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
Rivers and streams, plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket.